Hello, everyone, and welcome back to TraqiQ's channel. We are here, of course, with Ajay, and today we're featuring a special guest, the Kringle CEO, Sandeep. How are you guys doing today? We're almost through the first month of 2021. Are you guys still in one piece?
Doing well, Mike. We're doing well. It's been an
Living the
exciting
dream.
start of the
Thank you
year.
for asking.
Good, good. Glad to hear it, guys. It seems like it's going fast, but let's talk about what brings us here today as a trio. So the news is out that TraqiQ is acquiring Kringle, which is a leader in the loyalty and rewards and data analytics sector. So AJ, do you want to kick us off and tell us what this is all about?
Yes, absolutely. We are very excited to have TraqiQ and Kringle come together. As I've mentioned on previous conversations, TraqiQ has three very fundamental pillars for our product portfolio. The first is the whole notion of customers, target the customer, offer them what they want at the right place at the right time. The second is we facilitate the financial transactions. There's wallets and settlement engines and all kinds of fun things. FinTech, if you may. And the third component, now that the customer has bought something, we enable the delivery and fulfillment of it. Now, with Kringle coming on, they've got a handful of tools that bolt on very nicely to our existing product portfolio. They have particular strengths in the very first area, which is the targeting. How do we go after a customer? What are they buying? How are they buying? That sort of stuff. They have significant additional IP that'll help pillar 2 and pillar 3 as well. So for me, at the end of the day, I think what's important is we've got a great team joining hands with us. We've got a rock solid product portfolio. And number 3, we have some very, very interesting customers who are also coming into the TraqiQ fold.
Perfect. Yeah, it really sounds like a quality acquisition if it's hitting all the pillars there. That's good. That's good. So Sandeep, can you tell us some more about Kringle and your role there and how you feel about everything happening?
Yes, of course. So, I'm the founder and CEO of Kringle, and of course, we are delighted with this with the new deal. It's been in the works for a while, and thanks to COVID, it took some time, but we had decided to come together sometime last year. The transaction consummated last week. So as you're aware, more about Kringle and the team really. Kringle was founded 3 years back, and this is pre-COVID times. There were a few mega trends and that we were seeing, and our bet was really on that. And one was, of course, the digitization of the economy, of commerce especially. And then, it was very clear that we were living in the rewards economy. Okay, and so loyalty and rewards had been around for a while, but the customer was getting more me-centric. It's like, what's in it for me? And we brought in a team of really brilliant engineers who basically took the whole loyalty and rewards product to the next level by incorporating machine learning tools and a bunch of other things. So our core really was helping businesses, both big and small, reward their customers in a way which was more personalized and was based on their interactions with the business in an omni-channel way, and using those data points to basically come out with offers that were extremely personalized. So why was there a huge opportunity? When I said customers, I mean, we're a B2B company, didn't have the resources, okay, didn't have the skills, okay, to get this over to the customers. And we used to, we had a lot of fun along the way. I must tell you, Mike, we used to, we used to open our discussions with customers with a very simple question. It's like, so how loyal are your customers? So guess what, big companies, small companies, I'm talking really big transnationals here. Okay. We would draw a blank like most of the times. Mm-hmm. And so what was the issue? One, some of them, okay, said, we don't know how to measure that. Number 2, most importantly, it's like, we don't have the data. So, data was patchy and, so the next question was, hey, have you heard about machine learning and AI to kind of, about, these big boys in tech, what Amazon does and, Target does. So they say, yeah, we're going to get there next year. Okay, so it's like, oh, you're going to get there next year. So wrong answer, because you need the data as of the last year to, use some of these techniques. Okay.
Yeah.
So anyway, so without going too deep with that, so Kringle really focused on, building a core product that was very heavy on data analytics, using, ML tools and, techniques to basically deliver for our customers, a very value-added product, which basically brought down churn of the customers, okay, so that they were more sticky, and obviously, the ticket sizes in terms of purchases also went up. So it's increasing your revenues, and it's increasing retention. So really magical, and this whole product is delivered in a mobile first way, if you will, and it's architected brilliantly. It's all cloud based. Not to sound cliched, but it's a SaaS product around the core loyalty and rewards. We built around bells and whistles, which allow you to kind of use delivery for last mile, and ordering and a bunch of other things. So that's really the product suite of Kringle.
Modernizing data is a big issue with a lot of these companies, right? You get some of these, even some very large companies, they're still just pushing paper a lot of times. Can you get in a little bit more about machine learning? Can you break that down for your common investor?
All right, great question. So we use machine learning in actually, multiple ways. Okay, the best and the first use case for many of our customers is using transaction data to basically understand your customers' needs and what would resonate with them, and creating, personalized offers, which the business can now, you could mail it out or give them something which really, brings them back and creates stickiness. So basically, it's like, if I'm vegan, don't send me a coupon for, steak. Okay, if let's say there's, let's say we are, one of our customers, let's say, it's a Fortune 500 company that's big in consumer products and groceries. Okay, so you don't want to do that. So the opportunity is huge.
So Ajay, I want to kind of kick it back to you for a second here and tell us how this acquisition came to be. Were you guys previous business friends, or how did this start?
So as we build TraqiQ, part of it is to have a robust product and customer portfolio, but it's also about good people. It's about people who lead the company, people who contribute, people who write code, people who sell. So Sandeep and I we go back 10 plus years. We've been in an active conversation on a number of projects. When TraqiQ started, Sandeep wrote a check. He was actually a small investor in TraqiQ as well from 3-4 years ago. And again, this is where when you acquire somebody, it's sort of bring two companies together. It's about the elements I just mentioned, right?
Yeah.
So the value that I bring to Kringle as an individual and as a team, the value that Sandeep brings to TraqiQ as an individual and as a team, those factors, play a very significant role in making the acquisition decision. Because if you have good chemistry, you know the people, you've kind of worked with them or interacted with them, that makes for a very strong foundation. The other dimensions are, if I look at the expertise that the team has, we talked about machine learning and analytics. Those are areas where I see immediate customer benefits. We can go to our customers and do a cross-sell and an upsell, and it's beneficial for everybody. Part of that also is, as we look at growing TraqiQ, as we look at growing our revenue base, we need to get innovative new elements into the company that help us get there. And Kringle will certainly make a material impact on our financials.
Wonderful. So then what can we expect between the synergy between you guys here? So like, what's the next steps?
So we are in growth mode. I think it's very important to realize that we have our core product portfolio. And as we go out and raise capital, hire people, our primary focus is growth. So we were, hiring sales expertise. We are doing marketing work to do lead generation, bring in the customers, build the right image for our products. So as we look at that specific growth focus, we'll absolutely use some of our own tools for our own wins as well, right? because it's not just offering fintech and ML tools to our customers. We use some of those ourselves as we figure out where we're going to go sell. But the best part of this whole thing is both the companies together are out there in the marketplace selling. We add to our revenue numbers right away. We leverage the synergies as I mentioned earlier, the cross-sell and the upsell. If a customer's giving us $1 today, hopefully they'll give us $2 tomorrow. So by the end of the year, the combined company should be in a very robust state financially.
Wonderful. Sounds like you guys have a bright 2021 ahead of you. And do you guys have any closing remarks? Anything else you want to get to the people before we close off today?
We are enormously excited. And, Ajay just mentioned that, just to add some more color, so we see, huge opportunities for cross-sell across our client base. And also, I have no shame in admitting, we think we are a global company, but guess what? We have zero presence in South America, whereas TraqiQ has a significant presence in South America. That's a continent. I mean, it's not a country. Yeah. So it just, it helps us, expand our footprint. And so, a deeper penetration into new geographies, and equally, in new verticals, for example, like financial services, where TraqiQ does very well. I'm a banker by training. I worked with Citibank long years, and we don't have a single customer that's from financial services in our portfolio at the minute. But Rome wasn't built in a day. I want to be careful about the remarks we make. It will take time, slow and steady, brick by brick, and we are in this for the long haul, essentially.
I mean, it's always the big picture, right? But on top of that, it seems like you guys have a great synergy here, and I look forward to see what comes next. If anyone watching, thank you for making it all the way through. If you have any questions, don't be afraid to join the conversation. Leave a comment below, and don't forget to subscribe. Ajay, Sandeep, thank you guys so much. Hope you guys have a wonderful day.
Thank you, Mike. Have a good one.